Good morning. And can we talk for a second about how we talk about ourselves? How we talk to ourselves? It matters. And I have a story to tell you. First of all, one of the reasons we all need to tell our stories is because of the whole timing issue. We can hear the same thing on repeat over and over and over again, even for years. But sometimes it's not until just this one moment in time that one thing we've been hearing for years clicks, and we absorb it and we make it ours and we own it. And on the issue of being kind to ourselves and talking to ourselves the same way we would talk to one of our children or to one of our best friends or to one of our kids' teachers or to one of our coworkers, to our spouse, to anyone but ourselves. I came across, a friend sent me a post. I think it's been a year or two now, and it was from an account called Foodie Girl Fitness, and I think she's changed her account name since then, but if you look up Foodie, Foodie Girl Fitness, you'll find her somehow. But she spoke to me in a way that the skies opened up, the sun shone down, the angels sang, and I finally understood it. Like, we cannot keep being so awful to ourselves. It serves no purpose. And when we do that, we're awful to others because we've been awful to ourselves. The only way to get where we're going is to be kind to ourselves while we're getting there. That's the only way. And I'm thankful to her account and what she posts on her page and how inspiring and uplifting and empowering she is, because she spoke those words at the time I needed to hear them. And that's why we all need to tell our stories in whatever way feels best to us, because everybody needs to hear those stories, and the timing is not something that we're in control of. We just have to tell it. And once the words are out, we have to trust the universe to do what they will with them. And I appreciated her account so much. I wanted to share it with you. And it lends to what I want to talk about today. So years and years ago, I had two friends, two different women, who essentially said the same thing to me. They just said it in a different way. And here's my take on what they said. So the first one, as I was getting to know her, she said, "I'm going to disappoint you." And she would specifically say this in response to a compliment. So if you appreciated her on any level whatsoever for anything, she would say, "Oh, thank you, but I will disappoint you. So be ready for it." And when the first time she said that to me, I thought, oh, well, that's sort of refreshing. Just tell the truth. Just, we're not perfect. We're not always going to get it right. Sometimes we're going to hurt feelings. Sometimes we're going to say the wrong thing. Sometimes we're just not going to show up for our people when they need us because of life. I thought it was refreshing the first time I heard her say, "I'll disappoint you," because we're all going to disappoint each other. The problem is she said it over and over and over and over again. It was like her refrain to her heart song. And she wanted me, and I heard her say it to other people too, she wanted us to know, first and foremost, I'm going to disappoint you. And you know what? She did. She did over the years. And I can't help but think it's because that's how she talked to herself and about herself. That's the thing that she wanted to vocalize, sometimes more than anything else. And then she ended up doing it. It was a prophecy. Another friend, years later, as I was getting to know her, kept saying this: "You're not going to like me. You just don't know it yet." Okay, the first time I heard that, it wasn't refreshing. It was sad. like, let me decide. Don't tell me I'm not going to like you. Let me decide if I'm going to like you or not. And then she proceeded to say that over and over and over and over again. And you know what? She's right. I ended up not liking her, not caring for her. And there are a lot of reasons why. But the point is she made sure of it. With her words to start with, she told me, "You are not going to like me." And she told me over and over and over again. And then her actions really backed it up. And I can't help but think that she about herself, the way she talked to herself. The things that we say to ourselves matter so much. The things that we say about ourselves matter so much. You've heard the adage that tell a child what you want them to be, and that's what they'll be. I'm sure you've heard something similar. And my mom used to tell me over and over and over as I was growing up that I was a leader. And I never really felt like a leader. And when she would say that, it didn't help me feel more like a leader. But over time, I came to think of myself as a leader, and I'm quite positive it was because of my mom telling me I was. It was what I heard about myself over and over and over again. And I still to this day don't know if she told me I was a leader because she really saw that in me, she really believed that about me, or if that's just what she was hoping to instill in me and develop in me. And either way, who cares, right? Whatever her motivation, it was sincere, and I believed it. And we have to talk to ourselves that same way. We have to talk about ourselves that same way. When we meet people, we need to say kind things about ourselves. Can't be telling people all the reasons that they're not going to enjoy us or like us, because A, they won't, and 6, they're going to make sure of it by telling us that over and over and over and over and over again. The words we use matter. The way we talk about ourselves and to ourselves matters. And there's no time like the present to start using that to your advantage. This moment right now, this one that we're in, it's the only one we have. Yesterday's gone, thank God, right? I mean, most of the time. And tomorrow, it's not a promise. You're old enough now, you've seen countless examples that tomorrow is not a promise. This moment right now, this second, is the only one we have. It's our only chance to speak kindly to each other and about ourselves. And it matters. Don't tell people they're not going to like you or that you're going to disappoint them. Don't put that in their heads, and don't put it in your own head. Tell them something awesome about you, and let them know it's okay to say awesome things about themselves too. Hey, Amy, nice to see you here this morning. If you're out there saying horrible things about yourself, just stop. You don't need a reason. Just stop and try it the other way. Because hasn't the world beat you up enough already? Haven't you been hard enough on yourself already? What do you have to lose by being kind to you? I challenge you to answer me that. Riddle me this, sister. What do you have to lose by being kind to you? By talking to yourself in a kind and loving way. Even though you're imperfect, even though you're flaws, even though the things you're working on. Hey, the fact that you're working on things, on self-improvement and bettering yourself in the ways you want to, is amazing right there. That right there is an amazing thing to grab hold of. Not the fact that you have things that you could be doing better at, but the fact that you are self-aware enough to own them and realize it and recognize it. So flip it. Tell yourself how awesome that is, that you're one of those people that can look in the mirror and say, oh, well, here's what we could be doing a little bit better. And then do it. Be one of those people. Because that's what's going to help people. I promise. Okay, have a great day. Later, skaters. Talk soon.